Guys, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. Meanwhile, if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to collect it. Let's go down to the news proper as it is hot. Ohaneze and Igbo tables 13 demands before Bola TINUBU. The Ohaneze and Igbo, according to the information reaching us, has tabled 13 demands before Bola TINUBU. Maybe before I continue on that, okay, let me go down to the news thread before I'll make the comment of what I want to make, because it seems as if the Igbos have now become beggars in Nigeria, and they are now a people who don't have a say in the affairs that concerns this nation, that makes them to beg all the time. Meanwhile, let's go down to the news. Igbo social cultural group Ohaneze and Igbo has tabled 13 demands before President Bola Ahmed TINUBU as he assumes office. The group's demand was disclosed by Ohaneze's Secretary General Okechukwu Isiguzoro. Speaking to Daily Post, Isiguzoro said TINUBU should allow Igbos to benefit from his economic policies, urging the president to ensure the railway line from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri works. He said the free market trade and postulation show that Igbos who are majorly traders will benefit from his economic policies. What Igbo expect at this moment is in the area of transport. He should look at the rail lines that go from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. He should look at the seaport and ensure no economic leakages. TINUBU should go for well-tested technocrats, not corrupt politicians. And he must ensure that those who will form the next government are not those who put Nigeria into this mess. TINUBU should not recycle old politicians based on party affiliations. The government of national unity is an antidote to those challenging his electoral victory in court. He should go beyond APC and bring in technocrats from PDP, LP, and NMPP. TINUBU must ensure that there is no Islamization agenda in his movement. Nigerians are afraid because of the possibility of having a president and vice who are Muslims, and probably having a Senate president and speaker who might be Muslims. This is why we are saying Akpabio might likely succeed as the Senate president. We know his track record of achievement as an uncommon governor. Irrespective of all allegations, Akpabio stands as a better choice to balance the Muslim ticket. Igbo is interested in economic aspect of his administration, and we will continue to support him like we did when he was governor of Lagos State. He should look into the things that have gone bad in Nigeria and ensure that all the political prisoners, including Nnamdi, are released. TINUBU should ensure that all his appointments reflect federal characters and ensure merit is the watchword for all his appointments. TINUBU should know that with Igbo beside his government, the sky will be his starting point. Well, meanwhile, my people, I don't see what Igbo tendered on this list. Meanwhile, I've been trying to look at this list that Igbo tendered to see any specific demand. It seems as if the demand was not specific, because they are asking for the railway from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. Then, and I'm now wondering, what does Port Harcourt and Maiduguri have to do in the southeastern part of Nigeria? I thought, had it been that they were asking that there should also be railway in all southeastern states, so in order to enable a free transportation, because if the railway is actually working, maybe you can take a railway from Aba, you can take a train from Aba to Maiduguri, from Aba to Port Harcourt, from Onitsha to wherever, and you see that this transportation issue will be lesser, because moving with train tends to be cheaper. And the Northerners are the ones that are enjoying these benefits. Meanwhile, this is supposed to be for all the people in the federation. It's supposed to be for all Nigerians. So I think Ndi Igbo, when making this their demand and their comment, they should come up with something important. And also on the other side, they said releasing political prisoners like Nnamdi Kanu. Why not go straight to the point and tell TINUBU, we the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo with our office is demanding that you release one of our sons. I will tell you bluntly that the reason why MNK is still in the DSS detention is that Ndi Igbo themselves have not come together. There is this thing called unity. It happened in Aba last 8 years when the Ngwa people decided that none of them have gone into that office. They have been taking bribe, supporting other tribes and other local governments. And if you check the local government in Abia State, Ngwa people made up of 11. The rest are other, divided. And they say that their man must come into the office. And that was what happened. Even when the opposition party wanted to take the man to court, the people decided to block Aba roads. Decided there will be no business in Aba. And that was what happened. And the Gidi where the people come together and you come a million or wow fufu. So I think that Ndi Igbo should desist from this their style of begging, because I call this thing begging. In a country where you have equal right and justice, where you have your own position as one of the sons of that country, then why should you be begging for what belongs to you? Why not go straight to the point and tell the president, this is what we are demanding from you in your tenure, and this is what you have to do for us as the Igbos. For example, this issue of the railway, why not go straight to the point? Why does Ndi Igbo like beating around the bush? Because they are looking for favor. Some of them, let me say some of them, they are looking for favor. Many of these Ndi Igbo people, you have made the money, you are rich already. Why all these things? Why all this begging? Why all this, beating around the bush? Go straight and tell the president, Mr. President, this is what we want you to do for us. We are fellow citizens of this nation. We are fellow patriots. This is what you have to do for us in your tenure. This is our demand. Table it before him. All the governors sign it. All the local government chairman sign it. All the traditional rulers sign it, and they come together and make their demand. Now they are begging that it seems as if to me it's like begging that Akpabio is the man for the work of the Senate president because they don't want it to seem as if, if you watch that statement, you see a kind of plea in it. They don't want it to seem as if this TINUBU administration is want to take up on a Muslim agenda. They have already done the Muslim agenda. The president is a Muslim. The vice president is a Muslim. Well, I'm not saying that Muslims are bad people. I have come in contact with a number of them. Some of them are very good, but depending on the agenda of the ones coming in. So I think Ndi Igbo should make their demand bluntly. Let the nation hear their voice. Ndi Igbo has been very divided. To be frank with you, Ndi Igbo has been very divided because they are afraid of one or two things. They don't want to speak out their mind. I always refer to what happened in Lagos. Even the man that made a threat that he's going to bring IPOB, I don't know whether he was joking or not. Today, that man is answering for that case. Go and check the issue of Sunday Igboho. When Sunday Igboho came up and said, okay, he's fighting for Oduduwa and the rest of them, he ran away and ran to Benin Republic. His people shielded him. They went around him, made sure that he was freed. But it's not, Ndi Igbo they don't do something like that. They wrote all these things without even mentioning, Mr. President, we want you with all due respect, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release him for us. He is our son. Let me tell you, the government have not been doing anything in the issue that concerns MNK, because all the governors, which of the governors are speaking for even this thing that MNK should be released? It's only Soludo that is even saying it. He's saying it with fear. If all the 5 southeastern governors will come out and say, we want you to release our son, the senators All the government parastatals that are from the Igbo part, release our son. We want him to be free. You will see that the government will release this man and he will be free. But when he looks at Nnamdi and see that they are divided, they will go to the house there and be presenting bill that does not even concern them. The other one went the other way day and started presenting a bill that every agitation for anything should be a punishable offense under the law. Meanwhile, the road to your father's house has not been built. Meanwhile, your state is not in order. There is no good infrastructure. There is no good road network. There is no good steady electricity. The people in your state are suffering, and what you feel that is important to you is to go and be pleading for a bill that every agitation should become a punishable offense under the law. So you can see what the people are pursuing, that they are just pursuing, what is not pursuing them, chasing the air. That is what some of these Igbo governors has been doing all this while. Well, meanwhile, I'll be winding down the curtain here. Still remember that you're still on our wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update as see the hot. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share. Also remember to on your notification button so that whenever we're dropping our news, you'll be the first to collect it. Thank you for listening. God bless you wonderfully.